No. Chinyere gbakwa ọzọ.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Let's wait couple of minutes so other can join also. Thank you. Meantime, Manish is available. Okay. Good evening, Manish.
Yeah, good evening,
And
sir. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
and Francis is there. Francis has
Good
joined.
evening.
Yeah, Francis. Good evening. Okay.
Evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Manish sir. If you are ready, then share
Yes,
your screen.
okay.
We can start it. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. We will do the first assignment, which is related to deploy personal portfolio website on S3. Hope everyone know about S3 already. S3 is object storage service designed for storing and retrieving any amount of data from anywhere provided by Amazon. It's primarily used for uh, hosting HTML small sites. Uh, if we are discussing about deploying the website, then low traffic or portfolio websites or for documentation and landing pages, we'll learn how to do it. One more thing, why when to use S3 and when to not use. The primary thing is the S3 serves over HTTP only. It cannot serve over SSL HTTPS. So if we need to use HTTPS SSL, then we will have to use it with CloudFront. Next, let's start discussing our assignment. This is our assignment. Download a website template from GitHub. Create a S3 bucket using correct naming rules as given. Upload a static file to S3. Enable S3 static hosting. Configure bucket. permission and validate the website. For that, we need AWS account and access to AWS Management Console. Yeah, we have access already. Basic knowledge of S3. AWS CLI access. We will not use CLI today for this assignment. Next, the same thing which I informed earlier, we will serve through HTTP. And then also learn how to do it through using CloudFront with HTTPS. Regarding S3, there is a rule. The bucket name must be unique globally. S3 is a regional service, AWS regional service, but name must be globally unique. Now let's start our work. We have to download the resource from GitHub. You can use command, this one clone. I am using VS Code terminal. I have already created a folder for today's demo purpose. It's downloaded. We have all the files and folders here. We can also check our files details here. If we need to edit, we can edit. Everything can be changed here. Next task is confirm index.html is there. One more file we will need, that's error.html. Next, we will create S3 bucket. For that, we need to log in into AWS console, which I have logged in already. In AWS console, we will search S3 here. Then create a bucket. In bucket, we will choose general purpose, and we have a naming convention I have to follow. That's then we scroll down, uncheck the block all public access. Since we have to make a static website, we will have to allow the public access. Bucket versioning should also be enabled for the website. It's recommended, not mandatory for this project. No further changes required, and create a bucket. Our bucket is created. We will go inside bucket. Here is option to upload file. Upload, add file. Add all files. Upload. We have one folder to upload. Then we will again go on the same page. Upload. Add folder. Here is the folder images. All files and folders are uploaded now. You can see all the files. Then our next step, we have already allowed this one, block publish access. You can choose any region. During S3 bucket creation, there was option to choose a region. You can choose any. Public access we have already allowed. Then this part, file upload. We have uploaded this already. Then now we will go to bucket properties, enable a static website hosting. Properties, bucket. How to go to properties? Open the bucket. Here is properties tab. Go to properties. Scroll down. It's at bottom of the page. Static website hosting. Edit. You have to enable it. Once enabled, host a static website. Choose. Then you have to define where index file. We already have index.html. For the error, we have created one error.html file. No more changes required here. Then save it. Once it's done, it will give us the endpoint, bucket website endpoint. Click on it, and we have an error. Why this error? We have created a bucket, added the files, but have not added the required permission, which is added in bucket policy. What is the bucket policy? We'll scroll down. It's already given there. Bucket policy here. Copy. Then go in your bucket. Under permissions, you will see bucket policy. Here is bucket policy. Edit. Paste the policy you copied earlier. Now you have to update this with your own bucket. So where is information of your own bucket? Just on top of it, there is the bucket ARN, Amazon resource number ARN. For the every service, every product of the Amazon, you will get a ARN for directly accessing it through the code and referring everywhere. You have to update ARN the resource.
You could use the command AWS delete.
Ensure that at last there is /star. Do not change that. It's required. I will show this once again. Copy from here. Paste. Then copy here here. And paste. Before /star. And then save. Our bucket policy is updated. As soon as it will be updated, we can see our site will start running. Here it's running.
Basically, we are giving read access to public to read that files. That's why we are giving this policy. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, actually, I have created a document where everything is explained. I will go on that. That's why I am just showing the demo.
That's very good.
Hmm. This part is done. Next, verify public point. This one is done also. You can make changes in the file. Yeah, if you want, suppose here on top empowering thousands of students. Yeah, suppose here Praveen Mishra. We will change this. Then we will have to upload the file once again. Upload. Add file. Index.html. Actually, we have changed on lower part somewhere. Okay, we have changed here, not the header. That's how it will be done. Now how to serve through SSL. For that, we will go on once again AWS console and then search CloudFront. Create a distribution. CloudFront is basically a CDN through which a company use to serve the static websites. I hope everyone you know about it already. In the CloudFront, you will choose the pay-as-you-go plan for now.
Is it part of that assignment or?
No, actually, there is a part of assignment. Actually, it's written optional. It's optional. It's
Okay, okay,
written. Actually, just let me show you.
okay.
And
Okay,
Okay. Okay.
I would suggest you first complete this assignment, then we can go
Okay.
ahead. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. I
But
will. I will
then
leave that.
else student will be confused. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
Just
Thank you.
I'm leaving it here. Now,
Mm.
regarding all the terms used, I have created a document which you can readily refer, like where the format of what I used, like a side, what is a side, what is principal, everything is I have documented in a file, which I will share in the group, which Praveen sir will share with everyone. That's all from my side.
Excellent, sir. You have given very good demo.
Thank you.
Mm.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Manish sir. Mm.
yeah,
Yes,
Thank you.
Abhishek.
thank you,
Thanks everyone.
Manish sir. Thank you, Manish sir, for amazing demo. And if you have any questions regarding this, you can ask, raise your hand. Yes, Amaka.
Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you, Manish, for the presentation. Sorry, a quick one about when he edited the HTML file by changing the Praveen to DMI. So and also uploaded it to the S3 bucket. So what happened to the previous HTML file that was there? Won't they have double HTML file or what? Just let me know. I want to know why he uploaded another HTML file, right? So let me know, please. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, when we created the S3 bucket, I shown you the versioning. Let me share my screen once again. When you create any S3 bucket, uh, when you create a bucket, there is option versioning. What will versioning actually do? Whenever suppose you uploaded a file and then you are making changes, the S3 keeps both version, previous version plus current version, and I will show that thing in the file itself. Since I had enabled the version,
How to enable the version, Manish ji? Do you explain?
yeah. So during bucket creation, you can enable versioning. Just there is option to you can enable here. You can also create it later. Versioning a mean for keeping multiple variant of object same. You version preserve, retrieve, store every version of object in S3. Let me show you example. Show version. Here there is a button. Show version. We had just made changes in one file. There you can see index.html two times. Its previous version, its current version. All the changes it keeps a file itself in AWS. I think it's versioning option is there. Bucket versioning, it's enabled. You will enable from properties later.
And yes,
That's yeah,
yes, it's not by default. Okay, you have to enable this. The
yes.
best practice is to enable this. First enable this bucket.
Suppose anyone change, someone has deleted the file. The version control keeps the deleted file no one can delete the deleted file without admin permission. So the best is to keep the version enabled for the safety also. I can anytime restore to previous version. That's everything possible here. Clear, Amaya?
Yeah, I understand. Thank you, Manish. So, in
Okay.
essence, if you did not enable the version, if you not click on enable version, that means even if you automatically change any file, it just replaces the old one you have there, right?
Yes, correct.
Exactly. You are right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Oh, your goodness.
Hey guys, a quick question before we take the new question. So what is plan for this evening? We have one more demo, right?
Yes, sir, right.
Okay, so I would say it's better to complete another demo, right? Then you can take the question. Otherwise, people will keep asking the question. And other things, I also want to do a small demo on the agentic AI for the DevOps. Okay, so I will schedule this meeting, Miss. When you think this is going to finish? Next
after 1 hour. It may
after 1
take.
hour. So shall I schedule from the 7 p.m. this time?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And I think we can take, okay, so complete this, okay? After that, we'll take session, we will take the all question together, okay? So
Yes,
these
sir, okay.
sessions, next session, and again, my session, okay? So I'm scheduling the meeting. Perfect. So yeah, let's go for the next demo.
Yeah, Francis, please go ahead and for the second assignment, please present. Thank you.
Good afternoon, guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Stop your sharing.
Okay.
I hear you.
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to
Okay.
disable it. Yes, done.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, it's clear. We can see your screen.
Yes, your screen.
Yeah. So basically, what we want to do is we want to design a three-tier architecture where we have the networking region, the database, and the so these are the prerequisites of what we need to do. The first thing we need to do, we are going to design a VPC that is going to have both the public and the private subnet, and then we'll look at the routing table, and then we'll look at the internet gateway. We'll explain briefly. I will not bore you with too much theory, but when I do demos like this, I like to talk about the theory so I understand the why, not just doing it in the console. Because we are going to be doing everything in the console, I've already done this demo myself just to be sure that everything is fine. But we'll be doing it all together from the beginning. And then the next thing is that we're going to launch an Ubuntu instance, which is a family of the Linux operating system. So we'll look at the Ubuntu instance, EC2 instance, and we are going to be putting it in the public subnet. And lest I forget, we are going to be creating two private subnets. I will tell you why later when we get to that part, because it has to do with the high availability of our subnet group and even the RDS. But when we get there, we understand why we need to have two private subnets. And then the MySQL RDS is going to be in the private subnet. We don't want it to have access to the internet. So that's what contains our database. And it's very, very important for the sake of we doing it the industry standard way. We have to keep it away from the internet. And you understand why that can be detrimental to the database that we are keeping inside there. And once we are done with all this, we have the front end and the back end behind the Nginx, which is the bridge that connects our data with the outside world. So we see that the front end is what people see on the outside, like the private ministers potato website. People that log into that site, they see the page, they see his picture and everything. But at the back end, that's where the code and everything that produces that, whether it is the HTML, the JSS file, the CSS file, whatever it is, those ones are at the back end. So now we will look at the network flows, connectivity, and whatever it is that we'll look at. So I just wanted to give us that basic stuff. So we will start with the VPC creation. I live in Finland, and like it says, and like it should be anywhere you are, you need to look for the closest data region to you to save cost and to give you better connectivity to that. Because I live in Finland and there's no database here, but there's the data region in Sweden, Stockholm for particularly. So I'm just explaining that so you understand why I'm going to be choosing EU not because I live in Finland. So I have my own documentation. I will share with you guys later, but I would like to follow the one that Pravin Mishra, our wonderful and fantastic convener of this wonderful program, has given us already. It has no mistakes, it has no errors. Anytime you look at the project based breakdown, you would know that it's valid anytime. So let's go straight to the console and I'm sure you've been taught how to create your users because I'm not going to use my main account here. This is DMI Labs. I've created this for a long while, but I'm not going to show you how to create that. I'm sure you know. I'm sure my wonderful guys already taught you how to do that. So uh, last week when I was with some of our colleagues, I was telling them about buttons. That is any tool that you want to use. Look at all the buttons there. That's the fastest way for you to learn. Look at EC2 here or other and so. But in this case, AWS is very, very wonderful. You can type what you want to do right here. In this case, I need to work on VPC. I just type VPC there and then it says your VPCs. So I will just go there. And then we are going to start with the first step, which is creating our VPC. So I already have one there, but I'm not going to work on that. We are going to create a new one. If I'm too fast, please tell me because I'm kind of fast sometimes. If I'm too fast, please let me
It's
know.
okay. It's okay. No problem.
I don't want to be too fast so that they will be able to get me right. So I will follow the guide step by step. This is the CIDR or IP range, so to say. You will, when we get to that part, you will see how many IPs is within this. Though we're not talking about IPs now, but if you have time, you can check what this means, how they are calculating it. You are not network engineers, but if you know that, it's not going to be a bad thing as well. So the name of our VPC is a EpicBook VPC, as we can see on the guide. Yeah. So this is the name. I'm not going to stress us too much. Now, we have two options here. It's either you go for the VPC only or you go for the VPC and more. But this is not the right choice because we want to customize what we need to do. AWS has made it so easy. If you choose this, it's going to create those things for you using its own name, its own credentials, and whatever it is that you want. And that might not be what you want. So in this case, we're going to be choosing VPC only, and then we will select what we want by ourselves. So EpicBook VPC is the name of the. We could use another name, but let's use what follows the listing, the guide. And then every other part, leave those ones at the default. This is IPv4 CID manual input, which means that we're going to input it manually. Don't forget the IP address. I know it, but I don't want to sound as if I know it off, but I know that this is it. So you just copy it and come back here, put it there. And that is our IPv4 CIDR. Now, tenancy, keep it at default. Every other thing, keep it at default. You can see the tag is EpicBook VPC. And then what do? We create it. And then we are done with that. VPC, like you know, is virtual private cloud. So then we'll go back to our guide. What do we need to do next? We need to create two subnets, the private and the public. The private is going to have an internet gateway because you can see it there, which is what connects it to the internet. That's why it's called internet gateway. It's the gateway between your virtual private cloud and the internet. That's why it's called internet gateway. It serves like the link, like the bridge that connects the two. So let's create the subnets, both the private and the public. And I would want us to go and do that now. Our VPC should be created by now. So like I said, I talked about botting the other time. You don't need to start looking for subnet again. Of course, you can actually find it from the main VPC page, but then it's just right here. You click the subnet. And then, like I said, I had some other stuff there, but I would remove those ones. So we go to the create subnet. And at this point, I think I need to hide this button that is disturbing me. So one very important thing, if you are creating subnet and you have many VPCs, you have to be very careful to know which one you are choosing. Because if you go and choose default, look at me now. I already have one before, which means it's different from what I have now. So what do I need to do? Normally, I'm supposed to delete it, but I will need to go back and see which one did I create just now. I need to know because I wanted to delete the other one earlier on, but
Yeah, delete it first. So
yeah, I just wanted to be sure which one already has subnet. You see, this one already has 3 subnets, so this is the one I had before. So
Or
it
you
might
can
not actually.
rename it.
Or let me just rename it
Yeah,
because
you have to remove all the attached strings.
let me
and
just
then-
rename it because deleting it might take all the time in the world.
Yes. Just write some other name so you can identify. Okay.
So it's deleted now, so I can go back to subnet. I intentionally did not delete it so that we can understand some of these things. That's what the demos is all about. So now you go to the VPC, you see that it has changed now. This is what I need. I select it. And then I want to create the public subnet first, EpicBook. And I'm going to do something on that one too.
you just copy and paste. Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to make sure that it doesn't. So now, under the availability zone, you can decide not to check if you pick anything here, but you need to pick something. So since I chose EU North, why I'm not changing anything is because I'm always on EU North anyways, most of the time, except I'm trying to create something different. So me, I'm automatically on EU North. So that's why I'm not changing anything here. So that's why the availability zone is already on EU North. So I'll just choose EU North one here. And then I don't need to do any other thing again here. Just need to create this. And then what is that? Oh, I need to hide the IP address. So that's the IP address. You can see this says it has 256 IPs between this and the end of the IP circle ball. We're not doing that now. So let's create the second subnet, which is the private subnet. So you cannot choose the same availability zone for it. So that's the private subnet. And like I said, when we get to the front, we will see that we need to have more than one subnet. So let's just create it now, so that we don't. If you look at the guide, it's already explained in the guide that you might need more than one private subnet. So I'm not the one that is creating that rule. That's AWS funny rule sometimes. If you okay. So I chose B for the second one. So I'm choosing C for this, and then I'm choosing another IP address for this. Obviously, it's not going to accept if I did not choose a different one. So we have 3 subnets now. And if you go back to the VPC list, you will see that the subnets are already there. Can you see now? The 3 subnets are already there. This is the public subnet, and these 2 are the private subnet. So now, the internet gateway that I was talking about is for the public subnet. We'll go and create that now. I just want us to be doing everything from this place, so that if you want to do it on your own or you want to do it again, you understand that it's not so difficult. Now, internet gateway. I already have one there already. So we need to create the internet gateway, and then we're going to be attaching it to the public subnet. This should be somewhere. So we will choose the VPC that we need here. Are you guys following, or should I go back? Okay.
Please
Go
go
back.
back.
Okay.
Following.
Yeah. So we are attaching it to that, which is the VPC that we are looking at, and then you see, attach to VPC, and then we need to create a routing table. And this, when you see 0.0.0.0/0, that's the internet. That is the IP address for the internet. I'm sure my boss has taught you that already. So the private subnet is not going to have access to the internet gateway, like I said at the beginning. I was not even here when I said it. So let's go and create the routing table, and I will not go any other place. This is where we are still going to go to. Okay. So let's create the routing table for. We are still going to attach them appropriately. We are still going to attach the routing table. So the next thing we need to do now is, you see the IP address there. Oh, okay. Let me. Okay. So the routing table has been created. The internet gateway has been created. So all this screenshot that is talking about will get there. But I'm coming. I'm not supposed to even create this one yet. I think I can. Need to check if I need to attach the routing table now. No, okay. We need to attach that to the public subnet. Yeah. So okay, it's already, I think it's already at, okay, this is the public subnet, right? I just wanted to be sure that it's attached before
Just
I
click
leave
on
the,
that. Just click on that subnet ID. Just click on subnet ID. Subnet ID is there in mid. You can see highlighted. You have already subnet ID. You can see second row. Sorry, second column.
okay.
Column. Yeah. Just click on second highlighted one.
No, the blue link.
Not
Blue
that one.
link. Yes. Blue link. Yes. Subnet ID. Click on subnet ID.
Yeah, yeah.
Just scroll down so you can see all these things. Like you can see route table and all these things. Go in
I need
route
to take,
table.
this is even blocking my eyes. Okay.
You can drag from mid upside. You can drag also, right? And you can see edit table associate or not. Right side, you can see edit a root table associate or not.
Yeah,
Click
that's
on.
what I'm actually looking for. But this video is actually blocking my eyes to even. Okay, I think I put it at the top
Yeah,
now.
you already done, right? You can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're already done. Okay.
This is the public, yeah. I need to save it now. Yeah. So the public subnet has been associated with the routing table now. I just wanted to be sure that we are done with that before we move to the more comprehensive part of the stuff. That's all for now. So now we are going to create the security groups. Everything is still inside the VPC angle, so we'll look at it from there. Yeah. So under the security, we have the network ACLs, and then we have the security groups. So we are going to be creating 2 security groups, but we'll do it step by step so that we understand what we are doing. So let's create this one. So EpicBook. So you have to, it's a must for you to write to write description for your security group. If not, it's not going to go through. As you can see, it has automatically attached the default VPC. We have to change that because we are not interested in the default VPC. And as for the rules, some people want to do that later, but I prefer to do it right away at the beginning when I'm creating the security group so that I don't forget. So let's just do that now. Let's start with the SSH, which has a custom IP of 22. You don't have to worry yourself about typing it once you choose SSH.
Sorry, inbound rule.
Oh, sorry, it's not even here.
Scroll up a little bit. Scroll up a little bit. Yeah. Scroll down. Inbound rule. You can see, right?
Well, I mean, I think I've deleted the outbound rule. I want to see.
Okay.
I want to probably create the security group again. I've deleted the outbound rule, and I can't remember which outbound rule we have there before. So let me just create it all over again, just to be sure. Okay, it's just the custom that is there. Okay. So let's do it all over again. Sorry for the break in transmission. So we change the VPC to this, and then this is the inbound rule and SSH. Like I said, it's going to give you this, and then I think it's my IP, right? No, I think it's the internet. Let me check just to be sure. It's my IP, okay. So this one is my IP, and then we have the HTTP, which is port 80, and HTTPS, which is port 443. Allow hold, define is fine, default is fine. So let's do HTTP now. So this one is the internet. So this one allows all. So the guide said that's fine. So let's just leave it like that. So let's save this, then we can go ahead and create the RDS security group as well. Allow SSH to access dev. So we need to create the other security group now, which is for the RDS. So what I will give it this one. So we are attaching it to the VPC again. So now we need to understand one thing here now. In the case of the other security group, we had different inbound rule. Here we are going to have a different inbound rule for this one. And it's going to be for a particular reason that we want to keep our database secure. So the only thing we are going to allow is we are going to allow the security group to have access. The source will be the other security group that we created before. It's not going to be the internet. We don't want to expose our So here we choose MySQL here. And then the custom here will be what? Will be our what's the name of this security group now? This one, yeah. I think I need to rename that security group. So that's that about that. Let's look at it very well. Only from EpicBook EC2 SG. SG reference, not CID, not the normal internet. We don't want to expose what we have to the internet. So you can see now, the best practice is to have security group to security group access for database, not the internet. This is how real teams secure their RDS. So we create the security group for the RDS. So security groups. Okay. Let me just leave it, Charlie. So we are
What
done
happened?
with that.
What happened?
So we are done with that. Next thing we need to do is we need to launch our EC2 instance. Like I said, it's going to be in the public subnet. Let's look at our goal. Provide, compute correctly, and connect via SSH. So one of the families of the Linux operating system is the Ubuntu. We have a lot of them. When we get to that instance session, we will understand, or we will see the other families. So now let's go to the EC2. Now we are kind of done with this VPC session now. So like I said, we'll come back here, we'll type EC2, and then it's going to come up. We just go to launch, just go to instances to fasten your job. So it's going to load the instances for you. So I already have the one EpicBook server there already. So let me just change it to so we are going to create a new instance that matches the name of what we need. This is what I just copied just now. I just told the name now. So now this is where we are going to be choosing our Amazon machine image, which is the AMI. And before you choose the AMI, you have to choose the Linux operating system version that you want. Like I said, I talked about, I mentioned Linux the other time, Mac OS, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, SUSE, Linux, not of them, but we are going to be choosing Ubuntu. And we have various versions of the Ubuntu as well. But because we want to use the free tier version, if you look at it, you see a lot of versions there. You see, at least we have 2204, 2404, and all. The other ones might not be free. Just choose the one that is free. So the next thing we need to do is look at the other settings that we have there. Now, in my case, I already have a keep here, but I want to create a new one because it's not going to take me much time. So I just want to create a new one. So this is what you choose. RSA, encrypted private and public keep here. Don't choose this. If you want to choose this, that's a different. So let me just give it a name. EpicBook. Yeah, this EpicBook today. Epic. So once it's done created, it's going to ask you that it wants to save. So you have to choose where you want to save it. In my case, I don't want to save it where I saved the other one because I've already deployed this project today anyways. When I got back from work, I quickly deployed it just to be sure that I won't be yapping nonsense for you guys when I'm talking with you guys later today. I'm looking for a place that would be quite good. Okay, let me just give it a new folder here then.
Who is hello?
What?
Sorry. Guys, please mute yourself, okay? Thank you.
So I'm saving it inside this folder so that I will use this folder later for the deployment. So it has saved now, and I've chosen that key. So no worries. So now we'll go further and check other settings. Oh, yeah. So now look at what subnet are we going to pick? Look at it. Security group. We are choosing this. Subnet, public subnet. If I'm too fast or you don't understand something, please you can just mute your mic so that I can go back. So I just want us to take step by step. We are soon going to be through. EpicBook public subnet is what we are going to choose. And then the security group is the one that we created for the EC2 instance, not the one for the RDS. The RDS security group is going to be private. So we are not using it here. So let's go and okay. So the subnet, I want to pick the subnet here. But before you pick subnet, you have to check, you have to make sure you have chosen the right VPC. These things can be very easy for you to overlook. And who is that person calling me? So I've chosen the right VPC, and then I need to come and choose the right subnet. It has already chosen the private subnet for me. I don't want that. So you go and correct that mistake and choose the public subnet. Auto assign public IP, you have to enable that. Then it's going to ask you, do you want to create a new security group? No, you are selecting the one you already created before. That's why we had to do that step before. If not, we could have just done it now. So we're not choosing this. We are choosing this. So what else do you need? All these ones, they are on the free tier zone, so you don't need to bother yourself too much. Every other thing, just leave it at default, and then you load the instance. If there's an error with what you have done, it's going to give you the error message, and then so now we have the EC2 instance has been launched now. Let's go back to the. Now we need to SSH. Can you see? So now that I have saved my keep here in the 3D object in my laptop, so in my local machine, that's how one of my guys used to call it, save local machine. So we'll go and open the folder from here so that we can do our deployment inside. I saved it somewhere here. This is it. I like my work to be empty so that anything I do will be clean. I will not start having plenty stuff. So it's what I have there is just the EpicBook here. So, and then the next thing you do is you come to the toggle panel. You can always close this one off. I hope you guys are seeing my screen. I think you're not seeing my screen. No.
No,
We only see the browser.
Udemy browser is only see.
You have to share your
Okay,
whole
I need to go. I need to go back to show my whole screen so that because I don't know if I to show my whole screen. Yeah. I think you guys can see my whole screen now. So let me go back to.
Yeah, we
Yes,
can
we
see
can see.
only the Visual
Hmm.
Studio.
Yes.
What?
Okay. Yeah. We can see the whole screen. Yes.
Yeah, good. So let's go and copy the SSH command for us to log in. So we'll go to our EC2 instances, the one we need, we'll get into it, which is this server. It's already running, so and it has passed all the status checks. So we don't have an issue with it. We just come here. No, I'm not so okay. I can still come here. So you come to connect, so I can select so I can copy I'm sure you guys know all these ones already, but we need to still do them. So let's assume that we want to come here and do that.
CS mode first you will execute.
What?
CS mode you have to change permission or
Yeah. We need to change the settings and the availability of this by using the CH mode. Yeah, you see that it's not connecting. Yeah, but okay, I'm coming. I need to go and copy that command.
there is a 3-number command, 3-number at the same place. You can see 3 numbers, right? Go in console. Go in console. AWS.
Yeah, it's even there. Don't mind me. This one.
Yeah, this one, right? 3-number.
Yeah.
And where is your PAM file? Where is your PAM file? Which directory?
It's there. It's inside this folder. That's why I actually put it there.
Okay, do ls and check confirm. File one. Okay, and it's okay.
Okay. Let me just use git bash then. But I don't think that's why it's doing this nonsense that it's doing. But okay.
You have not defined the inbound rule SSH, that's why it is not working. Go
What?
and check in the security group. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Tanisha,
can
he
hear
has,
you, but your voice is. What did it say? I think it says.
she is saying check your
Okay.
security group.
Check security group. I think you have not defined the SSH part. That's why it is not working.
Yeah, let's check. Let's check that. VPC. Okay. You mean I've not defined it here in this one? I don't think so. The inbound rule is there now. It should work actually.
Is it okay?
Which one are you talking about? This is my security group, and this is the SSH. And this is my IP. So,
Okay, Pratyush said on chat that please check your root table also. You have not associated with internet gateway. I think just check that root tables associated with all or not correctly. It's the correct.
So which ones?
Just click on edit. Okay, subnet association first. Click on subnet association first. Second tab. And can you see any subnet here? No,
There's
not
no
yet.
subnet here.
Then just associate that subnet. Which one?
It should be the public. I think I added this before, or is it? I'm coming. I think I added the public subnet in this before.
Okay, just save that. Somehow it
Let me
did not
see.
happen.
I don't know why it's not.
And just click on edit route also.
Here, yeah, I'd get also like
And here is the not internet gateway not there, right? It's public, right?
yes.
Then
Yeah, it's public.
just add that rule, add route. And from internet, IG internet gateway is there. Yes, internet gateway is there. Yes. And you can add just a minute. Is
No,
this
no,
correct? Is
select
this the
the
yeah?
select
Just
the
below
internet gateway.
correct internet gateway is there or not? There's a lens, right? Magnifier, right? Magnifier.
Click
You can
on the
see
IGW first.
yeah,
Click on the
IGW.
IGW. Yeah,
Yeah, click
click
on
on
IGW.
this. Yes.
Below, yes, below, right? Yes, now okay. Now you can save
No,
Okay.
it.
no, click on the search bar and there you have to have 0.0. Just go there.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. 0 0
Yes.
internet. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So it is okay now, right? Okay, save it.
Yes.
And now you can try it. Okay.
Okay.
There are small things we have to take care. Okay, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Tanisha, and everybody that.
Welcome.
I didn't even see that. I thought I added that already. So, we are done with that. So we've been able to SSH. Okay. So now the next things to do is to install the dependencies, which is the Node.js, Nginx, and MySQL client. So I think we will just do it one by one then. But I think before we install anything, we need to check for upgrades first. I think so, but let's. I don't know whether the two can go, but let's see.
Firstly, do sudo apt update. Then it will gonna work.
Yes. Always remember this first step
Yes.
is update this one.
Oh, don't go. Yes. All right. So we check the versions. Then we install Nginx, Node B and the npm. And so now we will install the Nginx. But I think we'll do the update before we install. So that we don't make the same, we don't have the same.
You don't need to update here, okay? Just install. It's
Okay.
a one-time activity. You update, that's okay. Now go ahead.
Then we'll enable and start it. So our Nginx server is already enabled and it's running. So now we need to install the MySQL client. So like I said before, Nginx is like the reverse proxy that connects everything that we're doing to it together. So the Node.js runs the app logic, the database client helps us to validate the RDS connectivity as it should be. So the next thing we'll do, we'll create the RDS MySQL in our private subnet. Like I said at the beginning, we're not going to give it access to the internet. So let's create the DB subnet group now. Comment. Okay. So
Just type RDS. RDS.
yeah.
First one is yes.
Sir?
It's okay, no problem.
Yeah, okay. So you're going to create this DB subnet group here. So we are going to be choosing our VPC. In this case, we have three. Is that it? No, that's not it. Is that the VPC? Oh, okay. So here we're going to be adding the private subnet. And there are these last two. The first one is the public subnet. That's why I made sure I gave it EB and 1B and 1C. So you can see it here. And this is 1C. So we can create it now. So we are done with the. So this is why we had to create the second private subnet. So now we'll go back to the. I think we created from here database. No. Okay, MySQL. We are creating the instance. How am I illustrating this? So the DB instance we are creating is not this. It's going to be using the MySQL engine type. So we are going to select that. And every other thing, I think we'll choose it based on, in my case, I think I chose this, but I think you could choose, I think we can still use this. And then we are going to be using picking the free tier. And because we are using the free tier, we don't need to select any other thing here. We cannot even select the first two anyways. So because it's free tier. Now the DB identifier, we need to, let's use what is said here. Where is that DB identifier? I'm coming. Oh, okay. Can't even find it. So we can actually select what we want anyways. I thought it was written here. So the subnet group is the one that we created the earlier time for the DB, and then the security group we are going to be using the RDS, the second security group that we created. So let's select those ones anyways.
You can put same thing. I mean, save database name or DB instance. There is no problem. Okay.
Okay.
There's a database, right? You can see database name is there. On Udemy, you can see database name.
Okay, so I can use this.
Database name, just EpicBook. Yes, just
EpicBook,
use
okay.
this. Yeah, just use this EpicBook.
No problem. We want to use that, then that's fine. So now we have the master username. You can change it and you can just keep it there. We are going to be creating a file called .env that helps us to keep our credentials safe. So we don't need to add code, and because of that file, using the git ignore is going to make sure that it doesn't show on our repo. So our credential that this one is safe. So in my case, this is admin. I think I can use admin as well. It doesn't change anything. Then I will look for a password of my choice. So I think, yeah, I think the second one does not match. What is happening? Okay. Yeah. So the instance type. Okay, I think that's the only one. That's the one we can choose because of our free tier. So we choose a lot of things here. The EpicBook, VPC, then we choose the security group and the DB. I think this is our that's our DB subnet group that we created just a few minutes ago. And then our security group will need that one. No, not that one. Just this one. We don't need to select anything.
Remove default one.
Yeah. We need to take that default. Someone is asking question. You can write it down so that when we are done, we'll look at it.
Yeah, we will come back. Yeah, we will come back.
Yeah. So that we'll go straight to the end of this. I can see the questions, but so I think
additional data configuration, go in additional configuration.
what?
Last one, additional configuration.
Yeah, this bit, this.
Yeah, you have to mention database name here.
The one I used before,
Yes.
EpicBook. Yeah. So
Okay, go ahead.
so I think it's good to go now. It's still creating, so
Meantime, connect your EC2 instance.
what is it?
Just connect your EC2 instance. Be ready for there also.
Yeah, I need to connect it again.
You have connected, right?
Yeah, I'm already connected. Yeah.
Okay.
So while we are waiting for this, let's look at goodness, don't worry, you screenshot for task 5. I'm coming. Task 5 is what? This one, you'll find it, don't worry. It's there. What are you screenshotting? Let me see. The RDS instance summary showing publicly available accessible, no. And that will still be on your console, so I don't think that one is going anyway. So yeah, we need to even check it now. It should be done by now. Okay.
And meantime, you can go ahead and install the application and all, right? Next step, you can
Yeah.
proceed.
Let me just do that. Let's go to.
And meantime, guys, I think this will take some time because I know a couple of steps more pending. So shall we go with my next demo? Then we can resume back here if it's fine.
Okay.
Guys, give me thumbs up if you are if it makes sense. Because I think this demo will take some more time.
Yes, sir. Half an hour it will take, I think.
Yeah. And I have already rescheduled my meeting the 7:15. So we can wrap up. I will not take more time, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. Then we'll come back here.
Yes, sir. I think yes.
Okay. So maybe we can end this meeting here. Again, we can start this meeting later. And anyways, I'm going to, okay. So what is the plan? So maybe Francis, you can stop sharing your screen. Yes. Hey guys. So what we are going to do? So we will move back completely on the YouTube. Okay. and I'm going to do the demo. I'm going to show you how using the cloud code, we will deploy a website with just 4 commands. Okay. And most important things, you need to know the all things behind this. Okay. How these things working. Okay. How to create skills, how to create agent. Okay. So I will show you, you can get some idea. And then again, I'm going to share the Zoom link. So again, we come back on the Zoom link, then I will answer your all questions. Then again, I will hand over to the Francis, and Francis will continue from there. Okay, guys? If all good, give me a thumbs up.
Please share YouTube link, sir, so all we can go there.
Yes, so here is the YouTube link, and please go there, and I'm going to start the meeting, and then I will start streaming there. So here is the YouTube link. Please go ahead and join there.
Meantime, can we stop live streaming?
Yeah, I'm going to start the new meeting. Okay, so we need to end this meeting. Guys, please go and type something in the chat so I know you guys are there. Hey guys, welcome back. If I'm loud and clear, please type clear in the chat box. You guys can hear me? Perfect, guys. So let me share my screen and let me show you what exactly we are going to do now. So I am sharing my screen and I hope you all can see my screen. Guys, if you can see my screen, type SA in the chat box. Okay. So basically, as you already know, today I have launched my new course on Ultimate Agentic AI DevOps with the Cloud Code. And what we are going to do, we are going to deploy a application with just 4 command. And basically what I'm going to show you how agentic AI agent works behind the scene. And as a engineer, you need to learn these skills. What are these skills? This skill is not about Terraform, not about Ansible, not about cloud. This is anyways you need to know. But other than that, you need to know how you can create the agentic workflow. So you can just type a command and everything works behind the scene the way you want in complete control manner. Not like just opening any tool and chatting there. This is not a way of deploying production application. This is not the way people are deploying their production application. So what you see on my screen, let me get my pencil. So as a DevOps engineer, your another 80% work will be creating this kind of structure inside your project. This is example of the cloud code. If you use any tool, so this structure will remain the same. You have to go and create that tool a specific dot folder, and there you will be creating the different skills for the different purpose. Nowadays, what I see, people are talking about use this tool, that tool, but they are not talking about how to create this kind of skills, how to create the sub agent that will take care of a specific task like security audit, cost optimizer, writing your Terraform code, how to write the hooks, safety hooks that makes sure nothing is getting wrong inside your live infrastructure in production. So you need to define everything's hooks and permission. And then again, if you need to connect something from the outside, you will be creating the MCP server. So this is the new skills you should be learning and you will be defining. And once you master this, once you learn this, then you will run just 4 to 5 commands and everything works behind the scene in complete control way. So let me show you demo, and this is what you see different screens. Okay, so this is the concept you need to understand. But let's not go there. Now let me show you practically. So what we are going to do, we are going to deploy a application with just 4 commands. So let me get this repository and let me clone this. And most of you already know this website. So let me copy this. Let me open the terminal. I'm in the download folder. I'll do git clone and get this. I got it. Now let me cd to the ultimate. Okay. Now, next things what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the Visual Studio Code. And here I'm going to open this project, which I have downloaded right away. So let me open this. And this got loaded. And if you wanted to see this quickly, I can show you what we have here. So this is the first demo of today when Manish was showing. So same portfolio application. Let me open this. Okay, the same application. Now we are going to deploy with the 4 command. But this concept will apply anywhere. It doesn't matter how complex application you have. Your idea is to just understand how thing is working. So let's go here. Now Visual Studio Code. Now we have everything here. Now what I'm going to do here, let me close this all. These are not needed. This is my terminal. And okay, let me go to the download. And here in my project, ultimate, now I'm the right place. Now to deploy this, I'm going to use a Cloud Code. So what is Cloud Code? Cloud Code is a new agentic tool that we are going to use this. There's other tools as well, but this demo we are going to understand with the Cloud Code. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, okay, to start Cloud Code, I need to type Cloud on terminal. Let me hit the enter. Let me close this. And now this is asking, this is my folder, is asking for the permission. Let me allow this. And now we are here. Now let's ask one question. Okay, very simple question. What is this project? Now see what this is going to do. So basically here agent going to scan this application repository, is going to tell us what is this project all about. And most of you already know, right? This is a static portfolio website, okay, that is using AWS infrastructure as a code and CI/CD automation. Here is the breakdown, okay? This is pure HTML, right? And this is what we see, okay? Now we want to make it, okay, now based on this current structure, the agent understood what is this project all about, right? But here we want to train the agent the way we want. For that, we are going to create another file here, cloud.md, and there we are going to define our way of understanding of this project and where we want to deploy, how we want to deploy. And for that, let me go here and I will download another folder here, cloud.md. It got downloaded. Now let me go here and I will move this CT. Let me go here and plot. It must be in download. Yes, CT dot. Now download. Dot cloud.md. Yes, now let me move this file here. MB here. Now we have cloud.md. Let's go here. Now we have this. Now let me ask the same questions. Okay. Now quickly look into that, what we have here. I have written here a lot of things. Will not go in more details. You see, I have written about the what is this project. Then we have written architecture about this project. So first part is about the application, what we already see. But after that, I have written the infrastructure details. Then how I'm going to deploy this application. Then about MCP server. Then the custom agent. Then different skills here. And if you scroll down, again, different commands, what I'm going to use. So don't worry about all those things. But now if you see what we are doing here, I am telling agent what you thoughts here. That's true. That's not a problem. But this is not the way I think about this project. This project is more than that. And everything I've written, my way of making agent understand how it should treat this project and how you should deploy it. Okay, I'm not explaining here, but once you read it, you will understand. Now let's go ahead and ask the same question here. Okay, now you will see the agent answer will be completely different. Let's wait. Now it's scanning everything. Now you see it's given more specific details, right? You see front-end stacks, CI/CD. Again, is saying the selected standard is you need, if you want to provision the AWS infrastructure, you will be using this command. To deploy the application, you are going to use this command, okay? And now it's understand more about my whole application. So this is how you train your agent using cloud.md, and how we create, what details we put, everything I have explained in this course. Everything explained here in this section. Now let me minimize this. Now, as I said, using for command, we are going to deploy this whole application. And for that, I have created 4 skills. And these skills will go and download from here. Okay, here I've explained about the skills, how skills works, what is a different type of skills. Now here, I have all these file here we are going to use these skills what I have created. So let me download this one by one. Okay, downloaded. Now let me open this instruction. Why this is taking some time? Let me refresh this. Okay, now what we are going to do, so we are going to create here claude.md in our project here, and there we are going to put all those skills. Why? Because this is how agent works. Okay, so when we create your own skills, so we have to put it here and dot claude and under the skills. So this is what we are going to follow here. So let's go here, and I'm going to copy all this command and run this. Okay, go to the, okay, now we see a Claude. Okay, all folder got created, and now here we are going to move all those files. So let's go here and we'll type cp and dot and okay, let me move this. Okay, so I'll move it from the UI. So give me a moment. Okay, let me copy this and I will open. I'm doing in the background, don't worry. So I will show you all this in a moment. Scaffold, let me put it here. Okay, now scaffold spec, let me put it here. Then deploy, I'm putting in the deploy place. I will show you all in a moment. Now tf apply, copying, going to the tf apply, then plan, copied. Let me go to the plan, put it here. Now deploy has file, apply has file, plan has file. Okay, I moved everything. Now let me go here. Now let me close this, and here we have all these skills. Now these skills I need to rename it. Let me rename this. Okay, why I'm renaming this? So let me show you. Here you see, so when we create the skills, so this need to be, here you see skills.md. Okay, skills.md. So I need to rename this. Let me rename all this. Now I can quickly show you what we have here. Same goes for the everything. And this one as well. This is template.spec. And this skill is really important. And you really need to understand how to write these skills. As I said, this is the skills. This is the new skills you will be learning as a AI engineer. Of course, Terraform, all fundamental things remain as it is. Okay. Now we did it. Let me quickly explain you. So let's go to the, okay. Let me explain you simplest one. Okay. Terraform plan. So what we did here, we have, okay, let's not go in the detail how this works, but when we write the skill, skills has the two part. One is called the formatter, another is called the body. In formatter, we define the skill name, and you see a TF plan. So from the terminal, this skill we run here, like you see TF. Okay, I need to start the new terminal. It's not able to understand it. TF plan. Okay, so what we can do, I will create the new initiate new session. Okay, now let me type. You see, now we can see all these skills, right? TF plan, TF apply, and a scaffold, everything appearing here. Okay, so let me close this one. So here the name, what you see, so this is name, we can run from there, and this is the description. Why this description is, each and every line is very important. Now what tool this skill will use? So we are saying it will use the bash tool, read tool, grep tool. But if you go in the scaffold, here we see a write tool. So you can able to write the file. Okay, so different skills need the different power. Okay, and these powers we are giving using this tool. Then again, you see here disable model invocation. So this is basically, we are saying agent will not use this skill. This skill will be only used by me. How? Using the command. Okay, so we are saying disable model invocation. Model cannot invoke it. And then we can pass the argument here. I will show you in a moment. Now let me close this. This is a bit complex. Let's go here in the, okay, maybe plan one. Now what we are saying, so okay, so this was the formatter. In body, we need to define what exactly it will do. So we're saying, so to run this plan, please go to the Terraform. Currently you don't see any, you have Terraform folder. We are going to create it anyways. Agent going to create it. Then using this command, you run this. And when you're running this, then analyze the output. Once you analyze the output, then I need three things from you. What? How many resources will be added? How many resources will be changed? And how many resources will be destroyed? Then also, let me know any potential issues or risk. Like if any resource is going to be replaced, or there's any security changes is there, or any data loss. Then also estimate any blast radius if something is going to be destructive when based on the previous changes. Then if the plan fails, generate error and suggest the fixes. Don't fix yourself. So here what we are doing, we are controlling. We are giving permission. We are allowing the tool skills to use it, but same time we're also controlling how it should work and what it will report back. Okay, so there's a lot of things. Let's not go there now. You see, we have the 4 skills. Now using these 4 skills, we are going to deploy whole website. So first skills, what we will use, we'll use a scaffold Terraform. Means this is going to create the Terraform to deploy this application. Now everything is again explained over here. If you go in the Terraform scaffold, okay, so you see this is bit longer, but here I have also written template spec.md, and here I have specified how this website will be deployed, what resources need to be created. Let me open this. Here you see I have explained everything in very detail. Okay, what do I need? I need S3 bucket. It will be private, no public access. Block all public access, right? Then S3 policy, okay, only grant access to CloudFront, the way Manish was explaining, right? So everything I've explained in very details, and so many things are here. Anyways, don't go there. But now my agent going to follow all these skills to do the all ground work. So as I said, now we are okay. Before that, now we are going to deploy this application where? In my AWS account. So I have to make sure I'm able to access AWS, right? So simply I will test here AWS S3 LS, and let's see if I'm connected. Yes, I'm connected, right? I'm able to, you see, all the bucket list. Now let's go to the terminal here. Sorry, in the Visual Studio Code. Now we are going to run the skills to create the Terraform. Which skill? A scaffold Terraform, which I've created. Now this is asking where you want to deploy this application, which region, right? So I can type any region here. So let's say EU North 1. Then I need to pass the project name, right? So let me call it Praveen Misra DMI 2026 and hit the enter. Now you see all magic going to start from here. Let me make it bigger and hit the enter. Now this is going to create the Terraform folder over here. You will see in a moment. As per my instruction, you see Terraform folder got created here. Okay. Now this is in Terraform folder is creating the providers. Now it's created the variables.tf. It's created output.tf and backend.tf. You see number of lines of code. This is written in each and every file. Now main.tf is written 100 line as of now. It's going to write more lines here. Now this is done and it took how many seconds? 38 seconds. Now let's see here. Scroll up. It's saying all Terraform file has been generated. Here is the summary. Okay. What file created? In Terraform, here if you go, right, it's saying provider.tf, variable.tf, main.tf, output.tf, backend.tf. And what is there? Again, this is explained here. Why this is showing like this? Because I have written each and everything in my skill. A scaffold Terraform skills. See, if you are just playing is completely fine. But when you are playing with the real application, real infrastructure, then you want to control the agent. Agent has a lot of knowledge, huge knowledge, and it can do anything. And this is what most of the people missing in the industry. They really don't know how to control this agent. So you should control the agent. Agent should not control you. Okay. Then you have to ask to do the job in the very controlled manner. Okay. Then you can type the command and then agent will do. And then you will see everything is working. So this is you need to know. And what you see is only because of I have instructed like this. Now you see again it's saying what resource will be provisioned. I have asked in the skills. You need to tell me. Once you created, you need to tell me what resource will be provisioned. This explaining this resource will be created. Then it's said in this region, this is project name, this is the environment. Okay. Now it's again suggesting me now review the generated file in the Terraform, then run TF plan when ready to see the execution. Okay. Again, you see it's suggesting here. Now, as an engineer, my first work is to go and review it, not blindly go and here run TF plan. Though this is going to run, but I don't want to do that. I wanted to make sure the code this is generated. This is really good code. And here your Terraform skills will come into the picture. Your engineering skills come into the picture. So it didn't mean you not need to know the tools, right? Those tools, of course, you need to know. So you can go ahead and verify, right? You see, it's created the local. You know why create the local? I have especially told my agent, my every AWS resources need to be tagged with two value. One is the project name, another is the environment. Because of that, this is created. Now you see it's generated very well written code for the S3, creating the bucket, block public access, and S3 bucket policies. Then we have code for the CloudFront. Okay, very well written. Okay, 100 lines of the code is generated. If you go in the variable, it's created the 4 variables. Okay, anyways, let's not go there. But just wanted to tell you one important thing here. Okay, as I was saying, why this environment variable coming here? Go in the Terraform, go into the skills. Okay, and you will see here. Let's go to the spec. Okay, you see all resource tagged with project and environment variable. When you work in the real environment, right, there will be the 5 to 6 tags you need to add in each and every resources, right? So if you give this kind of instruction to your agent, then it will follow the way you want. anyways, just was trying to show you how this is working. Now, you see all this code got created. Now, we'll run the Terraform plan to see what this is going to create. Okay. So TF plan and hit the enter. Now it's going to run this all Terraform, and don't worry, all those things you will run here. Now you see this is running this command Terraform and this. Why this is running? Because I have instructed my agent, okay, my code will be written in where? In Terraform, okay. Then to run the plan, you run the Terraform plan, right? And also init. So to run the Terraform, it need to initialize it, right? So this is initializing now. And once it will initialize, then it's going to show in very systematic way all the plan. Now it's running it, and it really didn't matter how big your project is. So in the future, if you write any code, add anything over here, and then you need to see the Terraform plan, you go ahead, just run this command, tf plan, it will show you everything. You don't need to remember the instruction from your mind and give it to it. So let's see here, this is done. Now what is saying, this is the Terraform plan summary. What 5 resources is going to create, 0 will be changed, 0 will be destroyed. Then what resource is going to create is very well summarized over here. Okay, this is the S3 bucket with this name, public access, blocked, policies, OSC, CloudFront CDN, right? Now it's saying, again, risk analysis. Why is showing the risk analysis? Now, if you go in Terraform plan, skills, let's go here. Okay, I have says, right, give the blast radius, right, and also give the if something is getting failed, right? So I have asked her to do the analysis, then give me if something is problematic, right? Because of this is giving me this summary because I wanted to know. So now we have written these skills one time, and in the future, any changes will happen, right? I don't need to go and type, please run TF plan, right? Or need to run. Even I can go and give that, it will do something else because it really don't know what is need to do, right? So based on agent's own assumption, it will go and do the things. But here I'm controlling everything. Anyways, so now you see again it's given the all details here. We can read it, right? But now again it's saying now if once you are ready, right, go ahead and apply it. So once we apply, then this is going to create all resources inside the AWS account. Okay, so first step was creating this all files. Then plan, we have seen that. Now next command, I'm going to apply, it means going to create all these resources in my AWS account. Hit the enter and let's wait. Now it will take around, if you see it said can take 5 to 10 minutes, right? It's also understood the resource what we are creating, it takes some time. And basically when you use CloudFront, okay, so CloudFront basically takes some times. Okay, so when distribution creates, it takes some time. It will take around 3 to 4 minutes. So let's wait here. And again, you see everything this is doing over here. So guys, see, these are the things I'm trying to explain you. Don't get surprised if you go for the interview and someone asks, okay, if I have the application and I want to deploy the application, how you will design this application deployment with agentic workflow. If someone asks this question, it means they're expecting you know how agentic workflow in DevOps works. You need to understand how to create the skills, how to create the agent, how to create the MCP server, how to create the hooks and safety. These are very detailed topics. I'm showing you just a small example. Okay, so those kind of questions will be asked. Now this will be part of your interview because using the tool, right way, you can increase your productivity by 2x. And this is all organization nowadays asking. We need 2x output. and some people really achieving even 10x performance. Why? Because they are using these tools right away. So this is again mandatory. You need to learn all those things. Now, second important things you see here, when this is running, is consuming the token here, right? And now when you have the right, if you have structured your project right way, if you educated your agent right way, then it will consume very less token. Nowadays, I have seen people are complaining all the time. Okay, I have got this subscription and this is not enough. It's consuming a lot of token. Now you see, this is deploying the whole resource. It's only consumed as of now 251 tokens. And we are getting very limited token. When you get any tool subscription, it didn't matter you're using Cloud Code or maybe using the cursor or maybe Codex, any tools. So this consumes the token. So if you organize your project right way, train your agent right way, then it will consume less token. Okay, so it will take some more second, okay, maybe a couple of more second, it will be done. And here if you see, I have created this claude.md. So what happened? Whenever you go and open any new terminal, okay, and type here Claude, then you know what happened? It first in this microsecond it went and read this claude.md. So whatever you have written here, this is included in the memory of this agent. Now, if you go and type anything here, it's not going to do anything wrong. Okay, let me give you one example. Here, let me type here. Can you create the React component? See what it will answer. Try to understand here. It's saying, okay, what React component would like to create. Okay, what component would like to create? This project is currently a static HTML CSS sites with no React. Could you provide me the details? Okay, because in my here, if you go claude.md, I have written this is pure HTML, CSS3, no JavaScript, no build steps. So here, this is completely flowing my project instruction, right? If you clone this repository and remove this claude.md and go and ask this question, okay, it will didn't ask with you, it will directly go and start creating the component, because that's don't know your instruction, the way you want this application to understand. So to agent to understand this project, I have written this claude.md with my instruction. Okay, so because of this, this is now flowing the way I want. Okay, you see, okay, in line 13, okay, it's read all these files. Anyways, let's go back here. Okay, hopefully I think this completed. Okay, now you see this is got completed, and again it's given the all details. Now all this resource got created. Okay, so CloudFront URL, then this is the distribution ID, this is the bucket name, and this is the bucket ARN. Why we are getting these details? Okay, again I have written this in my Terraform apply. Okay, now you can verify all those details. Okay, now what is the next steps? Again it's giving me the next command to run. Just type here deploy. Now this is going to deploy our application. And again, it will take a couple of seconds. And this is going to deploy whole application. And again, there I have written, okay, how to deploy this application and what to exclude it. It's not going to deploy the Terraform, Cloud. It will not deploy. It will only deploy these files, index.html, everything. Now you see, it's what is said, S3 sync 13 file has deployed. Okay. And now click here to open the application. Let me click this. Let me open this. Let's go and type here. Guys, now you see application is live in completely control manner, control way with only 4 commands. What I'm trying to say you, now this is what you need to do when you are working as a DevOps engineer. You have to make this your application agentic way of deployment, agentic way of creating the infrastructure. Okay, so this is a new skills you should be learning. Now let me stop session over here, and I'm sharing the Zoom link. Now you guys all come back and join over here, and I will take your questions. Let me stop sharing. Copy the link, and I'm sharing here in the YouTube. And you guys are welcome to join the meeting here. Let's allow a couple of more minutes to everyone join back here. And if you have any question, please unmute yourself. Please raise your hand. Yeah, guys, so I have been working on this. Okay, still I think many people joining. So let's give them some more time. I see still people are there. Okay, guys. Anyways, so while other people are joining, so this is the new Udemy course I have been creating from the last maybe around months, and I have been using this a lot, Cloud Code, and before that I was using the cursor, and same things I have been doing in the cursor as well. Okay, because uh, I am dealing with the real production applications. Okay, there we have the millions of the users every day, and we have to use these tools a very controlled way. Okay, and most importantly, the way we want. Otherwise, it will create a lot of mess. Okay, and I have used that. Is I've created already in the past a lot of mess, and it's become very difficult to manage the project. Okay, so even if this is a greenfield applications, then again it takes a lot of effort to refactor the application. Now maybe you can read a lot of articles. People are saying, hey, uh, initially it's helping a lot, but it's creating a lot of mess. Okay, so it's only happening because people don't know how to use it. Okay, so that is the only problem. Okay, okay, guys, so anyone has any questions? If yes, you can raise your hand, and Now this course is available on the Udemy, and if you wanted to do a small investment and if you would like to support me, so I can give you the coupon code, so you can go ahead and get it. And of course, if you want, okay, this is not mandatory for you. So if you're willing to get this course and if willing to support me in this journey, so you can go ahead and get this. I will share this coupon code in our channel. Does anyone have any question, anything? I think no question. Okay, no problem. Okay, so maybe we can stop this session over here, and then you guys can join back to the previous meeting, okay? And then you can continue your session. Okay, I see two hand raised. Okay, Richard, please unmute yourself.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Well done, sir. This is quite very impressive. My question is this: looking at the agentic, the example you've given, for me, I think it requires deep knowledge of programming. So, I mean, many of us here probably don't have that depth in programming. And then they say, as a DevOps engineer, maybe you can manage to go on without deep programming knowledge. So I'm asking, don't you need to understand programming in itself to be able to, control or direct your workflow in agentic way? That's my question.
Very good question. Okay, now let me tell you, all the skills I have written, okay, all the agent we are going to write in the future, none of these required programming skills. Everything is written in .md file, markdown file. So it's not needs programming language, first thing. Second things, it needs expertise of the tool itself. So you need to know the AWS, you need to know the Ansible, you need to know the Terraform, you need to know the Docker, you need to know the container. So this is anyways needed, and deep knowledge is needed. Okay, then you need to understand how agentic workflow works. Okay, how a agent talk to the another agent, how agent can send instruction to the LLM. Okay, let me quickly share my screen and explain you. And this is what I see people are missing. Okay, just give me a moment. So most of the people just using these tools as a chat option. Okay, chat box. So this is not the chat box. You can see my screen, right? So here you need to understand how agent basically works. So here, let me quickly explain you. So here is the you, right? So you are giving the instruction, and now you can directly give instruction to the agent. Simply go and open a chat it. Hey, create the Terraform file. Hey, I want to deploy this application in the AWS. Go ahead, create the Terraform file. You can simply set that. It will do the things. Okay. Again, you can say, hey, go ahead and deploy this application. So what happened in general chat way, you can, okay, let's go back. Here you can open the IDE. From there, open the terminal. Then you can send message to the chat agent, and the agent send this to the LLM. Okay, and you know what is LLM? LLM has the huge knowledge. It's no programming, it's no creating PPT, it's no about creating the PDF, you know about the development, right? But here you are asking it to create the Terraform file. Again, it's go, it has to, again, it's also know the Terraform, right? But you are running a Docker containerized application or VM-based application or a static website. This is this is your project requirement, right? So for that, you need to create the claw.md. If using the cursor, there we need to create agent.md. So here we write the instruction about the architecture of your project, convention of your project, rules of your project, what rules it should follow. So we are training agent with what? With the context. As I said, this claw.md always get loaded when you open any terminal. So when your agent is getting loaded, then it's already know what is your project all about. This is auto loaded. You see here, right? It has this context already about your project architecture, convention, rules, whatever you write there, CI/CD. If you then go and say, hey, please deploy this application in AWS, it will follow your architecture, your convention, your rules. So this is important. Now you see, we have created 4 skills, right? So then we have the skills, okay? Then skills is loaded on the demand. Okay, now what we did, we run the Terraform scaffold, deploy, plan, right? So again, here we have written our task instruction, what it need to do, in which way, right? Because my containerized application will have the different requirement. VM-based application will have the different requirement. Static website has the different requirement, right? So this is what we have written here. So now you see, using this cloud.md and with the skills, right, we are making our agent intelligent. It will now act our way, okay? And everything what we have written, as I said, this is in the markdown, okay? Just it's simple .md file, and to write this here, right? Okay, now this is something you need to understand. Once you understand this, then you have to write this. If you are able to write this, okay, then you know how agentic workflow works. I hope this answers your question.
Yes, very well, sir. Very well. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Any other question? Okay, I know, guys, it's a little bit maybe too much. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, so
Hello. I have a question, please.
I can hear you, but your voice is quite slow.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. I can hear you now.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation, and it's really, really amazing to see what an AI agentic is doing. Yeah, but I just want to find out because I've actually used the Cloudy briefly on my personal project. Because I was advised when using that, you need to create a special or specific agent for different tasks. For example, security advisor, reviewer, code reviewer, so that you can actually call each agent to be able to do a specific task. But I didn't see, I saw that you actually have actually created a cloud MD, and maybe I want to get an insight.
Yes, so currently what I have shown you, the cloud.md. So this is always context. Okay, this context always loaded to the your cloud.cli when you starts. Okay, skills is the special instructions, okay, that what we gives. Okay, so instead of writing 3-4 lines of the command, okay, we write the skills, and the skills we define as per your project, as per your needs. Okay, so this will always follow. Okay, now what is agent? Agent is not agent, it's called sub agent. Okay, people, again, you see, people use misleading all the time. Okay, they really don't understand how things works behind the scene. So let me explain you. Okay, let me share my screen once again. So ideally, this is not agent, these are the sub agent. Okay, how this works here, you are sitting here, you are giving the, okay, of course, connecting with the ID, or maybe this will also works from your terminal. That is this cloud.m, okay, cloud CLI. Okay, then you are going to the agent. Now what this agent is doing, remember, this agent is agentic. Now, if you have seen, I'm saying this agentic, not agent, right? And before 1 year, okay, I have used a Copilot 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, okay? So there was nothing else, okay? What happened? Initially, when you send the any instruction, okay, in the Copilot, so your instruction directly goes to one a small script is there, okay? And this script sending your request to the LLM getting this here, okay, to IDE, okay, when sorry, let me rewrite again. So when you use Copilot in IDE, okay, your response you type here, it's directly go to the LLM, okay, and whatever you have written, this was giving back to the IDE, okay, and that what you see here, then again you interpret. Now when cursor came, so cursor comes with the agentic way of handling your request. So they have come up with this agent concepts. Okay. So what is agent? Agent is basically orchestrate everything. So when you give any instruction to the IDE, it's go to the agent. Agent run for the cursor itself there. Okay. They have built this agent. When you use Claude Code, so they have created Claude CLI. So what is Claude CLI? Claude CLI is the Claude Code agent. Okay. Now this agent takes your request, then it's see what you said. Okay. It's try to understand it. Then what it understood, then it will write the output of it. Then it will call another agent, not other agent. We call the another sub agent. Okay. And see, hey, what I have thought, this is right. It will send to this. It will cross check it again, send back it to it. Say, hey, no, this is a small thing. You need to redefine it. Okay. Again, this agent work on this, fix it. Again, it will send to the another sub agent. Okay. For doing something else. Okay. These are different steps they have defined behind the scene. Again, it will re-verify it. Okay. It will send it back. Okay. Again, you say, okay, I have done everything. Now let me check Terraform documentation. Okay, it will send again this request to another subagent. Okay, this subagent what do? It will take its request, go to the Terraform documentation, get all those details, and verify it, improve the code. It will send back to this agent. Okay, now this agent have the everything. Okay, now this agent, okay, once you have the your whole context, then it will send to the LLM. Okay, then it will send LLM with a very specific specification. Okay, I need this, I need that, this is needed, this user is asked. Okay, then LLM will send the exact the way you want, the way you not want, but this every orchestration is done by this agent. Okay, so this is what powers games with the agentic workflow. Now what happening? This is agentic, right? It's calling another sub agent again and again for the different works. So behind the scene is taking care of everything. Now, if you want to create your own sub agent, let's say for the architecture, right? You can go ahead and create another sub agent, and for this sub agent, you can create 5 to 6 skills. Okay, what this skills is, okay, about the application architecture, about the application deployment, about the best practices, about the cost optimization, right? So from here you can call your sub agent. So sub agent, so this agent will call your sub agent. It will do the all the work, and once complete the all the works based on all this checklist, it will send back to it. So this is doing very specific work. So you create the sub agent. Okay, so this is concept behind the sub agent. Okay guys, I think let me stop sharing my screen. I hope this is answered your question. Progress.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Perfect. You are welcome. Greg, go ahead. Greg, I cannot hear you. You are muted.
Yeah, good evening. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. When you were analyzing, you talked about creating so many sub-agents because verifying whether what they are doing is right based on the skills and all that. So wouldn't this require, because you are creating so many agents and sub-agents, won't it require so much compute power? That is one. Then two, based on this cost, is this something we can do with our AWS free tier, or you have to get a upgraded plan to practice and deploy this?
Okay. Two things. Let me explain. First things, when I was explaining the main agent calling different sub agent, okay. So this we are not doing anything. The agent, whether this is Cloud Code CLI, so that is the agentic agent, okay, or maybe cursor have also their agent, okay. So all those things done by those agent, we are not doing anything, okay. It's making sure, see, I don't know if you have used, okay, again I'm adding all those things in this course, okay. So it create the plan, right? Once it's create the plan, it's okay. Let's say our monolith application, which Francis was explaining, right? What you can do, if you can write simply, don't do anything, okay. Just if you can open the Cloud Code, okay, maybe I can show you sometime and say, hey, I need to deploy this application using virtual machine. Okay, I need the network, I need virtual machine, I need RDS, okay, it need to deploy it. Create the plan. You know what it will do? It will go and create the plan. Then when I say build it, deploy it, it will check one by one. It will go and create the network, then verify if the network is right. It will go and create the EC2 instance, create the RDS instance, it will verify again. Okay. Again, it will deploy the application, verify again. Okay. So this everything is built in this agentic workflow. So it's intelligent enough to taking care of everything. Okay. But it has its own way of handling the things. Okay. But if when I will deploy my big application, you know what I will do? I will create my application architect sub-agent. I will create my application security, cyber security sub-agent. And then I will define as an architect what is need to do. As a security architect or security review auditor, what is need to do. Okay. There again, I will define what specifically it will be doing. Okay. So the initial agent is completely different. Okay. This is doing its work anyway. And it's do a lot of stupid thing, a lot of good things. Okay. Because this is generic. But if I want in my own way, right, that's where I'm creating the skills. Okay. Now, if I want to do a lot of automations, okay, see again what I can do here. Again, I'm adding all those in the course. I can create the orchestrator agent, sub agent. Okay. Then my orchestrator sub agent can call my architect agent, cybersecurity agent, sub agent. Again, it call my the cost optimizer agent, and it talk to the all those sub agent, and then it will, when they will give the all the result back, combine it, then it will pass it to me. Okay, so this is all thing is customized, and as the next generation DevOps engineer, okay, AI DevOps engineer, you will be doing all those things in the real project to get 2x, 3x of your performance. Okay, I hope you understand this. Now, coming to your next question, this nothing to do with the AWS. Okay, these are completely different. Okay, cloud.code is nothing to do with AWS. This is new AI tool. For that, you need the different level of the subscription. Okay, I have explained all this in that course. But anyways, okay, I hope I've answered your questions.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Goodness, I think you have raised your hand.
No, I wasn't the one that raised my hand. So someone raised his hand but dropped.
Sorry, come again.
I said I wasn't the one that raised my hand. Someone raised his hand and he dropped. It wasn't me.
Somehow I'm not able to follow you. Could you please type your
No,
question
no.
in the chat box?
He's saying like someone else is raised their hand, not him.
Aha, okay. Bhupender, go ahead.
Sir, I was just asking, like, it is creating the directory. So we are putting whatever we want to do in the MD file, and then it is creating directory. Is it?
Yes.
Can I see that directory structure, sir, please, once?
Let me share my screen. Yes, you can see my screen.
Yes, sir, I can. So it is all we have to mention in the there is a we can say that cloud folder. We have to make everything in that folder. Then only it will create this all images Terraform. Is it, sir?
Exactly. So see what will happen, right? If I will not define my skills, right? I can go and say, hey, I want to deploy this application, create the Terraform file. Okay. So maybe it will go and start creating Terraform file itself in the root directory. Okay. Third time, okay, if I will ask, maybe it will create in the .image, because you don't know. Maybe sometime it will be able to go through the all codes, it will understand it, okay, maybe sometime not, okay. So this is where it's create a lot of problems, right? If you go and search on the internet, people will say, okay, so it's rather solving the problem is creating a lot of problems. Why? Because they don't know how to use it, right? How to instruct it. But quickly I can show you. If you go here in the scaffold, okay, skills, and you have said generate all file in Terraform directory following the template spec. Okay. Now all specification for this project I have written in my template spec. Okay. So I have told here. Again, I have told, okay, remind the engineer to review the file and run TF plan when ready. I don't want my agent to go and apply in my production. I don't want. I want this control. Okay. So everything I have defined. Okay, guys, I will stop here. Okay. And I don't know if Pandey is still here. And I have.
I am here, sir.
Yes. Okay. So Pandey, what is next plan? You want to continue your
No,
previous session?
no, sir. We will resume tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Sorry, guys. I think I thought this is something important. Okay. And I have been working from the last 1 month on this.